Greetings, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Michael Cioni. This is Strada Live. It's Tuesday, November 18th, and we're coming at you live from Los Angeles. It is rainy here. It is cold. It is totally an unenviable place to be right now. I don't think the last time it rained, it was maybe like March or April, but since then it's been beautiful till just now. But that's okay. We are still coming at you, and we're thankful for you joining us today. We've got some friends. We've got a guest today. We are going to go all the way to Poland in a few minutes and connect with our friend Joon at Atlas Lens Co. in Poland at the Camera Image Film Festival. This is awesome. This is going to show you a intercontinental demonstration of moving files back and forth and accessing. And we've got a sneak peek at the new red Nikon ZR camera with Atlas anamorphic lenses. So now you compare anamorphic lenses with the ZR camera. I'm so excited. I'm really pleased to have Joon join us today. But before we get to that, we've got a few of our team here. If you need anything, if you have questions, you can present them to our team here. I can see them and answer them. So we will be demonstrating the product. We would love you to try it if you haven't yet, and we will be able to answer any tech questions that you have. So no problems there. Now, tomorrow, I'm doing an extended webinar with Filmmakers Academy. If you don't know Filmmakers Academy, you're really missing out. Shane Hurlbut and his team put on the highest quality YouTube workflow technology and cinema quality videos in the world. There's nobody. I mean, maybe someone could debate, does someone have a higher quality channel than Filmmakers Academy? Maybe. I haven't seen it. It could be out there, but I'm telling you, this is top notch. One of the smartest, most experienced, and most educationally friendly cinematographers in the world, Shane Hurlbut, Filmmakers Academy. And I'm doing an extended session tomorrow about workflow, about Strada, and about filmmaking of the future. So this is tomorrow. It's free. It's at 9 o'clock on November 19th. So that's tomorrow. So you can sign up. So Pete, my brother, can put a link to the registration for Filmmakers Academy in the chat. If you want to sign up, you really should. If you're driving, listen to it. If you're at home or at the office, watch it. It's going to be really good. It's going to be really fun. And I've got some new stuff to show as always. So that is tomorrow with FA. Okay. Another thing that we're cooking up is an investment opportunity. Now, I have actually put most of the cash into building Strada. Strada is a startup. That means we bootstrap. That's why we work out of my house, which hopefully we won't forever. But today we work out of my house. And we have been building this product for 2.5 years. And I've put in most of the money. And then we raised money from friends and family. And what we want to know is if you can see our vision and you recognize what we're doing and you want to be a part of it. There are so many companies out there that don't show you what, they don't give you opportunities where you can participate in the upside. How many times have you seen a company that you've loved and worked on or patronized or bought or are a fan of, and you just watch them rise to the top, and then they get to sell the company or they get acquired or something like that, and you're happy for them. But what if there was an opportunity for you to enjoy some of that upside? Well, this is that opportunity. So Strada has an investment opportunity. And if you are interested in potentially being an investor in Strada, then you should email invest@strada.tech. And here's the cool thing. There's virtually every possible investment dollar value is kind of available. So you don't have to, have a minimum requirement. And what I think is really special about that is we are allowing people to invest in us at whatever number they're comfortable with. So we want you to take a look at that. If it's of interest, we would love to have you. You got to believe in us, though, because that's what this is all about. But you're never going to get a lot of offers from CEOs that say, why didn't you invest in my company, unless it's on NASDAQ or, something like that. If it's not like that, you don't really have a choice or chance to do that. With us, you do. And so we're really excited. So if this is of interest to you and you want to go to strada.tech vision/vision, we have a vision page, and you should really check out the vision page and see where we're going, because we're so transparent here, pretty much on every level. We want you to see where we're going. If that roadmap looks interesting to you, and you believe in the people here that we've assembled to make it real, then and what do you got to lose, right? Like, this is a good risk. It could be really something interesting. So we're excited for you to try it. We've bet on ourselves. If you want to bet on us, try to invest at strada.tech, and we'll send you some information and we'll give you some updates in the future. Okay, we have a very special update today. So last week we made an update, which was the new transfer panel, the jobs panel. There has been a great update last week to the jobs panel. It's really cool. That's out for everybody. And if you take a look at it here, I don't know what's happening. My keynote stopped keynoting, which is weird. That doesn't happen. Let's try. I'm going to just skip that. Okay, fine. This is a close-up of the jobs panel. And here you can see all these new things that we've added to the jobs panel that have made it really powerful. We have people transferring terabytes at a time, and they're doing it for a flat rate. Like, this is a totally new way of working. It's so powerful. And the jobs panel is really key in making that work. So this came out about a week ago. Now, we have a lot of updates. One of the most amazing things about our engineering team is we are constantly building, and we build on really tight schedules, and we build good code on tight schedules. And so we are actually announcing today a brand new agent. The Agent 2.0 is going into beta. Now, this is only going to be available for people that want to be part of the beta. So to be a part of the beta, you have to join our Discord. And in our Discord, that's where you could get access to the beta, and we can tell you how to get access to that. That's coming today. Now, this is really cool because it's a complete redesign from the front. So when you look at the agent dashboard looks totally different, but also it has been built up from scratch under the hood. So it's way more reliable. It's just got improvements everywhere. I mean, there's probably 2,000 hours of improvements in the agent dashboard and the agent experience. Some of it's visual, which you can see here. Some of it's not. Now, I want to show you an example of what this looks like, because I want to give a quick little demo here. So if I open up the new agent here, let me just hide everything here. Let me do it this way. And this, that's no fun. Okay, great. It's always fun. Okay, there we go. So if we look at this, this is the new agent, and a couple of things that are really great. First, we have the gear menu here so that you'll be able to access all sorts of new features inside the settings menu. So that's built in. And that's available. So, and there's more coming into that. So that's really cool. Then when jobs are transferring, you will see active jobs. It will show you in the agent what's happening in the Strada web app. So you can see that, which is really powerful. So if jobs are transferring, you'll be able to click and go right to those jobs, and it'll take you right to the transfer experience. So that will just bring you right there. So if you see your agent making, showing you feedback that there's a transfer, it'll take you right there. And then if I wanted to access the app, I can go right to the app and it'll log me in and take me right there as well. So I can see everything right here. So these are a couple of new things here. Plus, I have the ability to restart the agent. This is a big deal here, that if you need to restart the agent, I just click that, it'll redo it really quickly. And so there's no more, fumbling around with that. So there you can see I just did a quick restart. Now, here's the best part about this. We're allowing you to do a remote restart. So you'll be able to restart agents that are across the world. If for some reason their agent needs a restart for any reason, you don't have to wake someone up. You don't have to call them, text them, Slack them, email them. You can just restart a remote agent. You'll actually do that here by right-clicking here. So you'll see the agent and you'll right-click here and you'll select Restart Agent. And it's about a 6-second restart experience, real fast, really easy, and very powerful. So we're also adding in the ability to throttle your bandwidth. So if you want to give Strada 90% of your bandwidth, you could set a cap of bandwidth, and then it would leave 10% available for everything else, and you'll be able to control that. Or you wanted to set Strada to 50% bandwidth, or maybe you have 3 computers with agents, you could give each computer 30% of the bandwidth, and then it would make all the transfers concurrent. Like, all of that is going to be possible with this new agent. So we've got new improvements in feedback, in stability, reliability, remote restart, new preferences, including bandwidth limitations, bandwidth caps, and things like that. So if you want to have access to the new agent, you're going to need to, you're going to have to go to Discord. And Pete can put a link for the Discord. You need to join our Discord. And what will happen is later today, our head of engineering, Austin, will give an announcement in Discord. And for people that want to opt in to try the new Strada Agent 2.0 beta, they'll be allowed to do that. It won't affect anyone else. This is a decision that you would want to try. We feel really comfortable about this. We feel very confident. Everything's going to be fine. But we want to get your feedback. And there's more coming into this. This Agent 2.0 isn't done. But it is a lot of improvements that we made thanks to you. Our users are amazing. You're amazing. You're always giving us feedback, and you're always teaching us what we need to do better. And some of you actually give us feedback and you don't even know it, because some of you, we can see in the data if the agent needs a restart, or if the agent failed, or if something didn't work. And that reveals to us what we had to build to make those problems go away. So this agent 2.0 will produce much better results than the first one, and we have you to thank for that. So very, very exciting, very, very cool. And so yeah, so that's very good. Okay, now, so we said we got to join the Discord. Okay, great. So now what we're going to do is we want to invite our good friend Joon Park. Joon is amazing. I met Joon like maybe 8 months ago, maybe around a year ago. This guy stands out in a crowd. And part of that is his helpfulness. He is constantly willing to help people. He has a positive attitude above everybody else. And he works for Dan Keynes at the Atlas Lens Co. I love Atlas Lenses. They have been an amazing partner to us. They make the most, one, they make amazing lenses that look great. 2, they make lenses that are affordable, that are anamorphic. And 3, they make lenses that are compact. Again, 1, the quality is great. 2, they're affordable. And 3, they're compact. Like that's a trifecta that's very hard to get. And that's why Atlas is a standout brand. That's why it's unique, and it's why it stands out by itself. And Joon has the initiatives there. And he is currently, this is really fun, Joon is currently in Poland at the Camera Image Film Festival. If you haven't heard of Camera Image, it's basically kind of like a film festival that caters towards cinematographers. And so if you think about like the Oscars, that really caters towards mainly actors and really above the line people. Sundance really caters towards independent filmmakers and breakout artists, right? And Camera Image is really about the celebration of the art of cinematography. I've been to Camera Image many times. It's a pain to get there, and it's in November in Poland. But I actually think that's what makes it special, because Poland in November, if you put your film festival there, it keeps the riffraff out. In other words, the people that go there are serious people, because you've got to want it. And that's what's really special about that. Now, Joon is about 9,500 kilometers away from me, 6,000 miles. And so we are very far apart. It's about 10 hours ahead. But the beauty of this is we're going to show instant collaboration with each other through Strada. So Joon, let's see if I can bring up Joon here. There we go. Can you see me, Joon? Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Hello.
There he is. And what time is it there right now, Joon?
It's currently 6:16 p.m.
Okay, so it's like 9 hours ahead. Okay, very, very good. So it's not too late for you. It's early for us, but you're probably still on jet lag since you got there, right?
Yep, I got here 2 days ago. I'm still struggling.
That's all right. That's part of the path of that experience. But I love Camera Maj. I'm so glad you're there. I'm a little bit jealous. And I think the weather here in LA and Poland are about the same right now, which is very bizarre. But it's freezing and wet here, and I bet that's the same where you are. So, okay. So Joon has a little surprise for us, and I want you to show us what you've got, because you've got a very rare camera with a very rare mount with very rare lenses. Tell us about that, Joon.
Yeah, this is the Nikon ZR. We just got it recently, and we got it for this trip for camera image. And it's essentially a mirrorless camera that Nikon just came out with that has some interesting features. I don't know if it shows, the camera doesn't really show it, but it has a cool little logo, the red logo. It's not, my camera's not very good. So this is a collaborative camera with Red that can shoot Red RAW pretty much in this small of a compact body, and we wanted to see its capabilities by bringing it to camera image and shooting some cool things around here.
So you have it's a Z mount, right? What's the mount native on that, right?
Yeah, it's the Nikon Z mount. We have an adapter that goes from Z mount to PL. And that's what we've been using for our Mercury series lenses.
So if you put the Z, because it's very shallow, if you put the PL adapter, you can adapt that correctly for any PL lens, right? There you go. And then your PL lenses do a 1.5 squeeze, which is the Mercury's. Is that right?
That is correct, yeah.
Cool. Okay, so what Joon did, this is so cool. What Joon did is he went around with the Nikon ZR and he shot test footage or just some footage around Poland. And then what he did, so I'm going to go to my screen first, Joon. So everyone should be able to see my screen here. And if we look here, we see Dan Big Mac. I'm assuming this is Dan's MacBook Pro, which is...
My English name is Dan.
Your English name is Dan? I didn't know that. Yeah. It's your MacBook Pro.
But I'm the assistant to Dan, so that got confusing. So my legal name is back.
Your legal look, Joon, I think it suits you, but if you want me to call you Dan, I don't know if I can do that this late in the game, but all right. So this is Joon's MacBook Pro. He's in, where are you? Are you in a hotel, a hostel, or what?
This is a hotel. It's a pretty small one. It's a small town here, but it's a hotel, and I'm connected to some questionable internet for sure.
Okay, we love that. Questionable internet. Almost 10,000 kilometers away. And here I'm seeing the Nikon ZR. So tell me what I'm actually clicking on when I see the ZR option here.
Yeah, so I currently have the media card reader, the CF Express B card reader, connected to the card that used to be in this camera. So all I did is just take out the card, put it in the card reader, and link it to my Strada agent. And that's all I did, and invited your email.
Great. Okay. So what we're seeing here is the Nikon ZR card, and I'm actually reading the card. Now, I want to show this in a slide here so that this makes sense. What's happening here? This is sort of an example of Strada on the go. Productions that require ultra-fast turnaround, remote collaborators, in this case, Joon, can instantly view media off original cards. So I can see the media on Joon's laptop off the card, and I can preview them from the card. So we're going to start with just previewing the files, and then I'll switch to transferring them. So if I'm the editor in LA, Joon's got the camera in Poland, we're going to start by just viewing the file. So I can see on the camera right here, the DCIM, which is the root metadata folder. I see the ZR clips, and inside there, that quickly, like this isn't pre-built. I'm literally running this in Chrome, people. I can see all the red files. Now, red files today, we can't view them. So it says it's unsupported. We cannot play a red file yet in Strada. In fact, there is no web application that can debayer raw files because Chrome, Safari, Firefox, they can't debayer raw files. But what Joon showed me, and I actually didn't fully realize this till just now, is when the camera's in red mode, you also get an MP4, which I think is an H.264, H.265. Was there a specific setting for proxy mode, Joon, or how did that work out?
So I actually wasn't the one who recorded on the camera. It was actually my colleague Justin, but I believe it's recording an H.264 at the same time for in the proxy. I'm not sure if I ever enabled it myself, but it seemed like it did it when I put it on my card with my computer. So I thought it
Amazing.
was perfect. Yeah.
Well, it's working because right now, again, I want people to understand this. I am playing back files, and I can look at this stuff full screen. I am playing back files off of the camera card in Poland. This is a camera card connected to Hajoon's computer in Poland. He's not doing anything. He's just shared it with me through Strada. I can preview these, and right now they're uncolor corrected. These are MP4 files generated right alongside R3Ds. I'm telling you, people, this technology is like so new. Like Red in a mirrorless camera, raw files with a mirrorless camera, with Red Log3G10 in the IPP2 color science, with an MP4, which, by the way, I wish Raptors and Komodos could do. And I'm just seeing it almost 10,000 kilometers away, 6,000 miles away. So this is really powerful. And Hajoon, if you watch this, if Hajoon shares your screen, if you want to share your screen, Hajoon,
Yep. Will do.
and you go to Strada in Chrome, yep, and you click on the same Nikon card. So watch this. Hajoon could go in the DCIM folder, and he can see the exact same files I can. So on Hajoon's computer, he clicks on one of these log clips. You can click on any one. There it is. He's clicking on clip number 8. It'll take a second to launch. And now Hajoon's on clip number 8. He's playing it back. There it goes. And on my computer, I can click on clip number 10, and I'm playing that back. And so, like, we're literally both playing back files off the camera card at the same time, almost 10,000 kilometers apart, people. There it is. There it is. It's blowing my mind. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, Hajoon, is I want to get a few of these files. So I'm going to select some of these clips right here, and I'm going to hit transfer. Now, Hajoon has invited me with the permission to transfer these files. So what I'm going to do is go to my desktop here. I'm going to go to Strada Shares. I'm going to make a folder called Hajoon. And there is the folder right there on my desktop. It's empty. So if I go to Strada and I look at Hajoon's computer and I go to DCIM and I go to these clips here, I'm going to grab a few of these clips and I'm going to hit transfer. If I go to my Strada Shares on my computer and I go to Hajoon, there it is. It's blank. I'm going to hit transfer here. So right now, we are transferring several clips from the camera card directly to me in California. So we'll see the transfer starting here, and I'll zoom in here. We should be able to see it says waiting to begin. Hopefully this kicks off. This is pushing the technology quite a bit, and hopefully Hajoon's still on the call. Yeah, he's still there. So it's trying. I can tell it's trying. I'm just gonna give it a second here and see if it kicks off. So this is pushing the tech on the hotel internet that he was talking about, but we'll see if it kicks off here. I don't know. That's why we do this live. It should go. All right, it doesn't like it. I'm gonna try something else. I'm gonna try first just one clip. I don't know why it didn't want to kick that one off. Let me see if one works, and then I'll try more. So we're going to try the first clip here. And it says waiting to begin. Here we go.
To quickly give context for the audience members, the internet here is so slow that me sending a text takes 5 seconds.
There you go.
It's kind of crazy that I'm doing a video call.
I know you're doing a video call. It's working fine, and the transfer is happening. In fact, Hajoon, we could see your screen. If you go to your screen now and you click on the upper right, there's a little circle in the upper right of Strada. Very top right. Yep. And then click on that and hit others jobs. And now others jobs, it shows that I'm pulling a file. So there it says Michael is transferring from Dan Big Mac to my laptop, and you're able to see the progress of the transfer because see, that shows up in the others jobs because that's a job that I'm doing off your machine. And if you on the your jobs, those are jobs you do. So you can see the job that I canceled before. And since I'm getting greedy now, I'm going to try the batch because we tried a batch before and it didn't work. One of those files worked. So let's try the batch now. Let's see what happens in the transfer because the first one worked. The second one, I think it's working now. There it is. So I don't know why the first time didn't work. Look, if it doesn't work, you just stop and try again. He's very far away on very bad internet. But Joon, we are now transferring all these clips that several of these clips that you shot, and we're using the tough internet, which is something none of us can magically make go away, but we're leveraging what internet we have and we're making the transfer work anyway, right? Okay. So
it's so crazy that I'm seeing my card reader blinking as if I'm doing something, but nope, I'm just kind of sipping my Coke Zero.
There you go. There you go. Yep. So what's happening right now is we're just seeing the final parts of these files transfer. In fact, if I go to my Finder, we can see the clips in my Finder now showing up here. So I've already got 2 of the clips here, and then there's probably 2 left, and it's expecting it to be about 38 seconds remaining for the final 2 clips. Now, what's also really cool here, this is really powerful, Joon, also, because if you think about it, what we have is a situation where red raw files would be way too big to transfer over the internet you have. But we're able to make the proxies work, and you didn't have to generate those proxies manually. Mm-hmm. So that's a big workflow advantage of the ZR. I actually didn't realize that it could shoot the raw plus the proxy as that way. I didn't really realize that. So that's really exciting. Okay, so now we have the transfers complete. So check this out. If I go to my laptop, I've got 4 clips here. So I'm going to go into Final Cut, and I'm going to bring these clips right in to Final Cut right here. And I am going to paste a LUT and basically a skew here. Because if you look at this, let me go to the face. There we go. Let's get a nice shot of this face. Here we go. If we see the face here on my screen, the problem with anamorphic is in ZR. ZR doesn't yet support anamorphic. So if the file comes in like this, which is obviously the wrong aspect ratio, but if we set it to a 66%, now we can see the file actually play back correctly. So I am now playing back files where, remember folks, I added the LUT. So there's the LUT. Since this is a red Log3G10 camera, I can add any of my favorite red LUTs because I've got all sorts of red LUTs here that I can use because because I have all these different LUTs for red. So they all work. And then, so what I'm going to do, Joon, is I'm going to take this little clip right here. I'm going to take a little clip right there. I'm going to do a quick little edit. We'll take a little shot of the train. We'll take a little shot of this donkey. Yep. And then I'll grab a little shot of this guy baking. Okay. So what we've got here is a very short little video. I don't love that shot of him. Let me find a better moment. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Got that. Okay. Very, very short little edit here. So I've made a little edit here, color corrected, and I've changed the aspect ratio. And I'm going to export this as an H.265, and I'll just call this Camera Image, and I'm going to put this on my desktop. And this should take all of like 5 seconds to export. So now what I'm going to do is that folder called Joon, I'm going to make this called dailies, and we're going to put the dailies in there. And then I'm going to make a folder called edit, and we're going to put the export that I just made in edit. So now I've got this little edit here. So I'm going to go into Strada and I'm going to go to my computer, my desktop, Strada shares, Joon, and I am going to invite Joon. Joon, what's your email that's used for Strada login?
It's hajoon@atlaslenscode.com.
Okay, so now we are going to look at Joon's computer, and if you refresh your browser, you should see shared with me Joon's folder. Look at that, shared with me Joon's folder. Here are the two folders sitting on my desktop. Go to edit and click on that, and now Joon is going to see a file that he'll be able to play in just a second. Here it comes. And now, Joon, you are literally playing back color-corrected edit from dailies that came off the camera card. They still live on the camera card, right?
That's so crazy.
And we are making this work. We're making this work with mere tiny megabits per second. This works. I mean, most people will have hopefully better internet situations, but if you don't have a good internet situation, you're shooting anamorphic with MP4 proxy files. I'm previewing them, downloading them, letting them, coloring them, and sending them back to you. And that's pretty cool. We got a couple questions here. Jeff says, with what you demoed with Joon in Poland, how would the experience be different with other productions like Signia, Aspera, and WeTransfer? Well, the internet would be the same speed, because if you were uploading to Signia or Aspera or WeTransfer, Joon's internet speed is always the same. But the problem is, one, WeTransfer, Aspera, Signia, they don't have a player. So there's no way to preview what Joon has. See, I was able to look at files before transferring anything. That's a major difference. Second, Joon was able to allow me to transfer the files, and I was able to pull them. With Signia, Aspera, and WeTransfer, Joon would have to do all the work. So let's say in a few hours, I need files. Joon's asleep. Let's be honest, he's not asleep. He's out partying, but he's supposed to be asleep. And then I couldn't get the files. Either way, whether you're partying or you're snoring, I can't get the files off your computer. And with Signia, Aspera, and WeTransfer, the sender has to do all the work. Joon would have to do the work. But with Strada, I can do the work as a receiver. Now, Joon, let's just push this one more thing. I want you to right-click on Camera Image. We're going to push it one step further. Hit Transfer. And then you could transfer that to your desktop, because you on the desktop, you have a Michael folder. Yep. And just put it right there. And now we're going to try to push the file from Los Angeles to, yeah, that's right. And that'll be your job. Yep, that's right. So let's give it a second. Let's hope this works. Oh boy, we're trying here to make this work. Let's hope this connection works. While that happens, I got another question. Can Joon do a speed test on his computer? Well, let's let this transfer go. Oh, it's trying. It's trying. Oh, there it goes. Oh my gosh, it's actually working. So as soon as this finishes, so that's how long it was taking to establish a peer-to-peer connection. Strada is peer-to-peer. So it's literally connecting Joon's computer to my computer. Oh, it looks like you got it. So let's go to that Michael folder.
Desktop, Michael.
Boom.
It's on my computer.
There it is.
Whoa.
Bring it into Resolve. Now he can bring it locally into Resolve.
Whoa.
There it is. Yep. There we go. So now we've got the ability to transfer files back and forth. And honestly, you've brought a file into Resolve that was literally edited in LA, shot there, all back and forth. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. Really something. Now, so they asked you to do a speed test. Could you go to speedtest.net and do a quick little speed test?
Absolutely.
Let's just see this. That's a good question. Here it comes. So we'll see what down and up are and your ping. So you're getting about 20 down, 30 down. So that's pretty good down. So that helped you get the transfer when you pulled it down pretty quick. Took us a little time to do that, to establish, to get it going. But once it got going, it was actually pretty quick. So that's pretty good down internet. And you're up, Yeah, not great, but it was workable. So there you go.
Mhm.
30 down, 15, 16 up, and we were able to transfer these files. And if I just let it go in the background, we could transfer all night. Like it would be fine. So that's good. Really great. Thanks for doing that,
I'm
Hajun.
also I'm also gonna quickly add. I'm realizing I'm currently connected to my personal VPN, which is why it says Virginia right now. I swear I'm in Poland, guys. I have proof.
Oh, that's funny.
Look at this water bottle. It's in a different language.
Ah, there you go. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Really good. So yeah, so this is like really, really powerful. So what I want to do now, Hajun, I'm going to show you one more thing. I want to do one more thing here. I am going to open up my phone. Now this is really crazy. Now you can't see this, Hajun, but I've got my phone right here. And if I swipe down, I see Dan Big Mac. And if I open that up, I can see the Nikon ZR on my phone right here. I am literally browsing the video of the Nikon on my phone, which is crazy. So let me see if I can get a clip to play on my phone off the camera card. And we shall see here.
My media card is blinking like crazy.
Is it blinking there? That's it. And it's playing back. So I am now playing back the files literally off the camera card. If I go to another take, there it is. So that is really awesome. Oh, I clicked on an unsupported file, and I think we have a bug with that. Okay, but now what I want to do is click on the Michael folder. So now what I'm doing is I'm clicking on the Michael folder on Hajun's laptop, folks. This is literally a laptop hard drive desktop in Poland. I'm in Los Angeles, and now it's kind of obvious and kind of weird because why would I play a file that I have back off your computer? Because I can. And that's why, because this is just crazy. So let's see here. And now I'm literally playing back. Let's see if I can make this big for everybody watching here. There it is. I'm playing back the anamorphic footage, color corrected, de-squeezed, and I'm playing it back off your computer, Hajun. This is I don't know if you can see me through Zoom. You probably can't. But
I'm watching it on my phone right now. That's so crazy.
There you go. Yep, it's happening. So we're able to play back these files all the way across. So it's pretty incredible. Chuck Roke. Hey, Chuck Roke. It's so good to hear from you, Chuck. Chuck is an amazing AC and an amazing comedian. If you need a comedian or an AC, call Chuck Roke. He says, I've been using Strada for 2 months. I could say it's truly the best thing on the planet this year. I would say that's a bit much, Chuck. There are other better things on the planet than Strada, but I appreciate you very much for saying that. Chuck said he added Strada Mobile last week. Can I access phone-to-phone storage too? Great question, Chuck. Not yet. Today, the phone is a destination. So if I took this file and I wanted to download it, ooh, this is going to be nuts. I'm going to try to download now. We're getting so risky. I'm downloading this. So Chuck, I don't know if you can see this, but right now I'm downloading from Hajun's laptop to my phone. And it's 24% done. So we're using that transfer. So we are able to transfer files from other locations to the phone. You just can't transfer from phone to phone yet, but it's something we want to build because we want people to be able to shoot on phones and then be able to upload those files directly to an editor or to another phone, either way. So we're pulling a file from Hajun's laptop onto my phone, 10,000 kilometers, which is really cool. So that will come. Tomek says, how long would it take to transfer the entire card in its original form via Strada? For example, 300 gigabytes. Well, here's the math, Tomek. With 16 megabits upload. So Hajun has 16 megabits of upload. Now, no matter what product you would use, Hajun's upload speed is going to be the bottleneck. But here's the thing. With 16 megabits upload, it would take 42 hours to upload all of that footage that he shot, 300 gigs on 16 megabits. That's not something we would advise. That's not really a good workflow. But see, what's beautiful about this workflow, especially with like the ZR, is you don't have to do that because you would just transfer the proxies, which only might take us 2 hours. We could transfer all of the proxies that Joon shot. In fact, Joon, tell me about, I'm going to go to that second section. Tell me about the gamma corrected clips that we see in the camera.
Yeah, those files were shot by my colleague Justin, and he wanted to shoot something without the red code raw workflow and just the traditional H.265, I believe. So that's, I believe, Nikon's native Rec 709 default color, I believe.
Got it.
Yeah.
So what we're seeing here on our end, now again, these are anamorphic and they haven't been de-squeezed because the Nikon doesn't de-squeeze yet. But what you're seeing is we're playing back files that were natively captured as H.265 in the camera. So what that means is if Joon and I were doing a project and we needed all of Joon's footage here, we would probably shoot red raw with the proxy files, and then I would just transfer all the proxy files and edit those. And then when Joon comes back to the United States, we would exchange the raw files then. See, the beauty of a proxy workflow with Strada is you don't have to have a lot of bandwidth. You can just transfer a batch of clips, which we demonstrated, that are in the proxy form, add the color correction, add the LUT, add the de-squeeze, which you see me doing here, and then you're able to work with that faster. And then when Joon either comes back to the US or he has high-speed internet, we could upload the raw files. So what you got to think about, I actually have a slide for this, I think. In this case, we were doing an editor streaming for reviewers. So I edited the files and then we streamed the pictures back to Joon and he could look at them on his phone. I did the same thing. I looked at it on my phone. So Strada allows you to stream video back and forth without transferring anything. So it doesn't matter what the bandwidth is. Or the first thing, we did transfer from the card to the editor, but we transferred the proxy files. And using a proxy workflow makes even Joon's handicapped bandwidth work pretty efficiently. Also, these Nikon ZR cameras, they can shoot 10-to-1 compression. So if you really had to get raw files to someone across the ocean, you might want to have higher compression. You'd sacrifice some quality, but you would gain upload speed. So you could move the files maybe like in 4 or 5 hours if you shot higher compression. See, this is why it's so important to know all the things. But Joon, we just talked about the original camera media, the fact you could shoot raw or proxies. You could shoot H.265s if you want to be somewhere in the middle. Does the camera shoot ProRes as an option?
I don't believe so. I can quickly double check.
Maybe someone knows that. But yeah, stop sharing your screen for a second, Joon, so we can see you full screen. But maybe if it shoots ProRes, there's another option there. Plus, you can set the red code compression to SQ or HQ or LQ, so you can change the quality of the red code compression. All of these are variables. And then when you plug that into Strada, you can view it, browse it, stream it, or transfer it. What do you got?
So the options are NRAW, Red 3D, ProRes RAW, and ProRes 422.
There you go.
Yes, you can.
There you go. So there's all the choices. Thanks for showing us that. That's amazing. So you could choose all of these options. And if I were in a difficult bandwidth situation, I would make some critical choices here. I actually think what Joon did originally is the best, shooting red raw with the MP4. Okay, cool. We see that with Log3G10. All right. And then the last thing here, I want to show my phone downloaded the file. So if I say save video, check this out. I can go to my photos library, and now in my photos library, I have the file that it literally went 20,000 kilometers. No, it went more than that. It came from Joon. Yeah, I guess it went. It came from Joon and then went all the way back, but then I brought it all the way back. So that's 25, what is that? Almost 30,000 kilometers. Yeah. So we brought in the dailies, we colored them, we sent them back to Joon. He downloaded it to his laptop, and then I transferred it to my phone. Now, if you're thinking, why would Joon and Michael do all this back and forth? Normally you wouldn't, but imagine Joon's the DP. There's a director in LA. There's an editor somewhere else. There's a producer or someone else that needs to see it. Now we've connected everybody by just adding these folders and inviting people as simple as an email. Hajun invited me with my email. I invited Hajun with his email. And it's that simple. We can stream, view files without uploading and transfer when we need. Hajun, this has been really fun, really powerful. Tell me what you think. Be honest. Like, what do you think? Do we have something here? Do you think?
I'm not gonna lie. I knew about the app being released, and I haven't actually gotten a chance to use it until literally now as you're talking about it. And I just watched, so I can kind of show it here. Like I was just browsing your computer from my phone and just kind of like looking at all the files, and I was like testing it on my own. That's kind of crazy. like one of the promotional medias you guys made with the terabytes and terabytes in the palm of your hands, and I'm like, yeah,
I love it.
This is every time there's new features that come up through you guys, I'm so amazed, and I'm so excited I keep getting excited for the future. I'm so stoked. Well, yeah, I'm so happy about this.
We appreciate that, and we are really, really thankful for your support as a business and as a friend. Atlas Lens Co. Again, high quality, affordable, and compact. Like, these are critical things that are needed. And now when you think about the ZR, the Mercury is like the best of all worlds because it actually pairs with that camera so well that you could probably take that anywhere in the world and might not even get stopped by anybody, you know, like they might even realize what you've got in your hand, which is pretty awesome. And we were looking at some beautiful pictures that easily. So I want to thank Hajun. I want to thank Atlas Lens Co. for being a friend of Strada. And Hajun, have a safe and wonderful, fun trip at Camera Maj, and we'll check you back when you're in LA.
I'm going to go party now. Thank you so much, Michael.
Okay. Say hi to Dan for me.
Will do.
All right. Cool. All right, folks, we'll finish up here. We talked about these two workflows. They were really good. And the last thing I want to do before we finish up today is like, how much does this cost? Well, Strada has 3 plans today. Everyone can sign up for free. And so you should sign up for free today at strada.tech. And when you sign up, you have an option. When you're on you get a free trial for a week. And that trial has you can invite as many people as you want. You can connect as many drives as you want. You can do everything that Hajun and I just did for free. You can connect drives, connect camera cards, view those files, transfer files. It's free. Then you get a choice. Do you want to stay on the free plan where you can connect as many drives as you want? You can invite as many people as you want to view those files. So anyone can watch and view files on the free plan, but they can only transfer 15 gigabytes per month. Think of that as an emergency transfer. If you have to move 1 or 2 or 3 files, you can move 15 gigs per month on us. That's free. If you need to move a lot of proxies, 250 gigabytes of transfers per month is $12. So if I were doing an edit with Hajun, I could certainly download all those MP4, those H.264 proxies. I could download those. That would be way less than 250 gigabytes. So I could use that for a great proxy workflow, send my cuts to Hajun to review. You saw us do that. He could watch a rough cut review on his phone, right? All that works for $12 a month, 250. If you have to move, you know, someone asked earlier, Tomek asked about, what about 300 gigs? Well, then you would go to unlimited. Our unlimited plan for $30 a month, you could move 300 terabytes if you wanted to. It's a flat rate. Someone asked earlier, what's the difference between WeTransfer, Signient, Aspera, or products like Massive, even Google Drive and Dropbox, is you have to pay more if you transfer more. With Strada, that's not the case. We're the only people out there where you pay a flat rate, $30 a month, and you could transfer as much as you want every day. You can transfer 10 terabytes every day. There's no price limit for that. There is no increase. See, the other products are clouds, and clouds have to store the files. And if they store the files, they incur a cost, mainly an egress cost. They have to pass that cost on to you. With Strada, it's peer-to-peer. So you saw it took a few seconds for it to connect directly to Joon's laptop, but once it did, it moved those files through and we got everything to transfer, which was awesome. So I was really happy. So you should all sign up for Strada and you should try the trial, then invite people, do some viewing, do some transfers. And when you do some transfers, you're able to then decide, should you go up to 250 gigs a month or up to unlimited per month. You're able to do that. And then Joon was talking about our mobile app. We are on iPhone and Android. You can go today to the App Store. If you're going to search for Strada Media. That will help you find it because there's a lot of apps out there and we're so new to the App Store, we're harder to find. But search for Strada Media. You will find Strada. You can install it on your phone and you can instantly share your desktop to yourself. That's an easy way to start using it, is go to the agent. Remember the agent technology? And you would select your desktop. And when you check your desktop, you'd be able to then access your desktop on your phone, which is a great thing to do. Then you can start adding other drives and sharing those with your collaborators. And because of this, we are very excited that we are on Windows and Mac and iOS and Android. So this is compatible with almost everybody. Everybody has one of these devices or two of these devices, and we want the ecosystem to be supportive of everyone. We want to invite you to join our Discord. If you want access to the new Agent 2.0 beta, stay tuned on Discord. Austin will be inviting people who want to try the new agent out. We're really looking for people that want to, if you had an issue with the agent stability before, we want you to try the beta and see if that issue went away. And so that's an important thing coming out. And then lastly, if you ever want to meet with me personally, privately, and do a one-on-one demonstration, please let us know. Here's a link in the chat. You can sign up and meet with us. We can walk through workflow. We can walk through the roadmap. We can learn more about the tools and technologies that you have, and we can optimize it so it works efficiently and effectively. We're here to do that. We love one-on-one meetings. We love helping people get set up. So if you have questions or you run into issues or you're not really sure, or you know a customer or a client or a collaborator that would benefit from Strada, sign them up. Get them on a Zoom with us. We'll make it happen and we'll chat together. And then tomorrow, please join us for an extended demonstration that's going to talk about workflow, talk about history, talk about the future of cinema, and going to onboard some onto Strada. It's going to be a good time with Filmmakers Academy. That's tomorrow at 9 o'clock. You can register for free. In fact, if you have film students in your life, you should forward this link to them. If you know a film student, even people that are thinking about getting into filmmaking, this is really important. Or if you know people that are seasoned filmmakers, but they're struggling with like what is happening and what should they prepare for, what is Cinema 2030, they should tune into this. There'll be some great data for them as well. So please forward the Filmmakers Academy link there. Lastly, you can always reach out to me directly, michael@strada.tech. I'm always available. I love chatting with customers, and skeptics are welcome. So we encourage you to view us online. You can go to strada.tech, sign up. You can see us on Discord. But that was an awesome time. Thanks again to Joon and Atlas Lens Co. for participating all the way in Poland today. It was an awesome morning. I hope everybody has a great day and a great week. See you on Discord, everybody. Bye-bye.